Morning everyone, how are you doing? Let's talk a little bit more and continue our theme from yesterday on emotional intelligence. Now, just for those of you that missed the video, the reason we're talking emotional intelligence was I was talking briefly about a study, a scientific study this week that showed that people with high levels of emotional intelligence actually perceive less stress and have a higher level of life satisfaction and happiness, and who doesn't want that? So I wanted to talk a little bit more about tools that you can use to build your emotional intelligence. And we talked mindfulness yesterday. I'd strongly recommend doing that. If you can't do it every day, as often as you can. I tend to do it on my commute, and there's a half an hour there that I'm not using for anything else, so I tend to spend 10 minutes of that just being mindful. What about when your emotions, though, really are very strong and you're trying to manage them? The idea of emotional intelligence is being aware of your emotions, in control of your emotions, but also able to express those emotions appropriately. Now, a lot of the time, some of our emotions can become overwhelming, and the first step, obviously, is to become aware of what emotion that you're feeling and why it's there. And emotions are a good thing. They're an indicator of something that's not quite right, or something that you need to be aware of in your life. Something that doesn't gel with your values is probably the best way to describe it. So, what I'd recommend next is, if you are feeling a very strong emotion, whether that be sadness, angriness, despair, just something that's really sitting on you and you really feel like it's overwhelming, sit down and do a short visualization. I want you to imagine that your self, your emotional self, your consciousness is a house, and that your emotions are messengers that are coming to the door of that house. And they're knocking or ringing the doorbell, banging the knocker, whatever you perceive. But perceive that front porch of your door, of your house, very strongly. Get a good, strong, detailed image there. And then this emotion that you're feeling, what does it look like? How does it act? You can make it cartoony, you can make it into a person, you can do whatever you like with it, but perceive it as a person or a character. And it's knocking or banging or ringing the doorbell on your front porch. Now, what I want you to visualize is you opening that door and recognizing the emotion, greeting the emotion, and asking them what message it is that they're trying to send you, thanking them for the information, but not letting them in the door. Don't let them rule the household. It's your choice whether you let them in or not. Now, you don't have to dismiss them completely if you've not got the message quite yet as to what it is that they're trying to tell you. I sometimes visualize a porch seat, a swing seat or a seat of some sort, and I ask them to take a seat and sit with me and tell me about their message. Because that's what they are. Emotions are messages. They don't have to rule you. They are not your consciousness. So sit with the emotion and just listen. And you'll find that when you've listened to it and when you've understood why it's there, it will be happy to leave. Because as a messenger, it's done its job. So I am angry because that person's actions made me feel inferior. Or I am upset because I didn't do as well as I had hoped, and next time I need to try harder. These types of messages. But it can also be that I am angry because this person did this, that, and the other. But really, that doesn't affect my day-to-day life. So once you've perceived the emotion, you've understood the message, it's about then trying to find a logical response and a calm response. Don't let that emotion through your front door. Let it deliver its message and move on. Have a great day, guys. I hope this really helped. I know it helped me in the past and continues to on a day-to-day basis. If you haven't got your tickets for our book launch yet, I would really recommend you to get some. We only have a few left. If you're bringing a friend, again, that's perfectly fine. Grab tickets, grab them quickly before they all go. There's loads of freebies to get as well. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you later. Bye bye.